probably 25 minutes of UNCW basketball. And then obviously my biggest challenge with these guys is trying to get them over the hump, just to realize that certainly you got to play 40 minutes and you have an opportunity to win. A little disturbed when you look at the stat sheet and saw that they took 43 free throws to our 15, which means they were a little bit more aggressive than us, and wanted some of my older guys just to answer the bell. Certainly when they made the run, and certainly we didn't get production. And it was a tale of two halves. In the first half, Hofstra really struggled because they couldn't score, and I thought we got some easy baskets. In the second half, because we couldn't score, I think they were able to get some easy baskets. So both teams, I think, defensively struggled a little bit, and then their offense suffered because they wasn't scoring. So.
Forcing a lot on offense there in the last few minutes. I mean, what did you see as kind of the breakdowns?
Well, I just thought we stood around. One thing that I'm learning about this team as we go along is that when things get tight, instead of doing what we do to get the lead, I think a lot of times we play a little bit of one-on-one and start sprinting away and doing the little things. And that's a maturity thing with these guys, just to understand that certainly you got to be able to do the certain things that you got to lead, got to continue to do the whole game.
How much did losing Jordan? I thought he did a pretty good job of running the offense for the most part when he was in. Then he got hurt a little bit, and things never really got.
Yeah, I thought it bothered us a lot because for the first time in the in the season, in the young season, we were able to move Craig over to the 2, and certainly it helped us with our turnovers early in the game. And I think when he went down, they made a little run and everything else. But it certainly bothered us some.
Did you get did they explain the Freddie technical?
Well, the guy said he ran by and yelled something, but he had no idea what he yelled. And my thing to him is, it's a conference game, it's an emotional game. I don't think the young man, try to embarrass you or anything.
First, you hadn't gone with the 4 guards. I mean, why was that the move today?
Well, those guys, Eric, as we talked about, throughout this whole year, whoever's playing the best in practice, certainly I thought they were playing well in practice, and it was obviously a good matchup to match up with Hofstra also. But we did it because I felt like Addison Sproul and the rest of those guys have been playing well. Had the best couple of days of practice, and then certainly I wanted to get Jordan in to play a little bit more point guard.
Is there a message there for Craig for Said coming off the bench there?
No, not at all. I mean, it'll change throughout the year, and certainly we base whoever gets to start the game on, whoever is practicing well. And even though Cedric didn't start, I thought he played more minutes and started minutes also.
Their guards started getting to the basket a lot more there in the second half. Was it an adjustment they made or something that you guys stopped?
No, you know what I thought? I think we just, one thing about this team is when we stopped scoring, I felt like we just didn't defend as well. And I don't think they did anything different. I just think, a lot of times when you got teams and you look at that, both teams coming into the game, Hofstra was averaging around 80 points a game. We had 72. And when both teams wasn't scoring, I think both teams' defense, struggled a little bit. And I think that happened to us in the second half.
It feels like you guys did a good job against Tanksley and against Green, and then you look down and they both had 15 points and kind of key points. I mean, I guess, how do you feel like you did with those guys?
Well, I thought we did a tremendous job, but, certainly they're good players. And, anytime you play in a good team and good players always find a way to get their points and their averages. And I thought we did a good job against those guys.
Just how concerning is it right now to have 2 very similar kind of losses back to back?
Well, I don't think it's anybody's going to push the panic button. But certainly what I need to do with these guys is we just got to figure out how to play a complete game. And if you watch us in our 12 games that we play. Certainly I feel like that we can play with pretty much anybody on our schedule. We just got to play a complete game with it.
How much of a factor was them switching to zone and just kind of passing it in?
I don't think it was much. I mean, it was similar to where we play. We practice against it. I don't think that was the biggest problem. I just think that our offense got stagnant because we stood around a little bit. We didn't get as much movement, and when we got movement, we certainly got shots. And you think about it, Freddie missed a couple jump shots that he could have had, and on the flip side, Addison hit a couple jumpers that he got out of the corner.
You didn't you have Dylan in the rotation today, didn't play him at all. Was that a health thing, or what was the?
Just a coach's decision.
Now you guys get to find out what CA is all about. Quick turnaround here, I guess. How do you kind of turn around and kind of get ready for?
Well, it's crazy to see. You got to put this game behind you, and obviously tomorrow we'll hit the road and we'll start working on getting ready for Northeastern.
Are you happy to after a performance like that to have another game so quick?
I don't know if I don't think you're ever happy right after a loss, but you know, certainly I've got to put everything aside and prepare for Northeastern.
Talking about CJ's game today, he had a great first half, and then kind of disappeared there.
Yeah, I thought he was very good offensively the first half. He did some good things, and then what happened with him down the stretch? He got in foul trouble, and you know, we were able to take him out of the game a little bit, and then they went a little small, so we couldn't play him as much. But you know, CJ started to come along a little bit. You know, in the Ohio game, you know, he had 13 rebounds, he scored the basketball, and he's starting to give us a guy that we can throw the ball inside and score a little bit. Thanks, guys.